The whole fake it till you make it. It's people are more comfortable when they know you have some kind of structure, even if it's you taking one hat off and putting another hat on.
They don't need to know that I am the crew lead as well.
You have to prepare yourself to be the character that they expect you to be.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what this is about. But
you also have to have the commitment.
You got to have the commitment.
Do what you say.
And if you're not willing to deal with that, then get out. Go work for somebody else. I mean, that's the reality of starting a business by working your ass off in the dark when no one's around.
By being there.
Not just by saying,
But that's how successful people do.
That's how successful people do.
This episode is sponsored by OrangeQC.
Here's the truth. Every business owner has moments where they feel like they're pretending. You put on a smile, say yes to things you're not ready for, and act bigger than you are, all while wondering if you're about to lose it all. We've been there. We've lost big contracts, made promises we couldn't keep, and still found a way to push through. And that's why this conversation matters, because the struggles that you're facing right now, they don't mean that your business is doomed. They mean that you're still in the fight. And we're here to help you win it. In this episode, Greg and I are pulling back the curtain on the struggles that we faced and sharing how you can use those challenges to build a stronger business.
All right, segment one.
Wearing the mask of success is the title of this.
Or fake it till you make it.
Yeah, that's another great way to look. I mean, every business starts somewhere. We're not. We got to be careful not to compare ourselves with others. We need to be better than we were yesterday. Is that fun little cat poster we can put up? You can count on me with the word salad.
If you fail, it's your own damn fault.
Yeah.
Anyway. If you tell me what movie that is, I'll send you a T-shirt. You got to write it in the comments.
What is it? Say it again.
If you fail, it's your own damn fault.
Oh. Well, since we're on the movie thing, all right. Here's how it feels sometimes. We've recently, I don't know, what's the new movie, the new Wizard of Oz movie? With
it's Paige's favorite movie too.
Is it just called Oz or something?
No,
what's it called, Jordan? The new Wizard of Oz movie.
Is it Wicked?
Wicked. There we go, Wicked. So they did a really good job portraying.
I thought it was pretty good.
No, they did a great job, but they did a great job portraying the wizard, right? Not just because that guy, apparently people say I look like him a little bit, but anyway.
You look like the guy from Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, that's the guy. Same guy.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah,
Goldblum.
Anyway. Goldblum. Yeah.
There you go.
So anyway, what it feels like a lot of times when you're, in a position of managing your business is that you're out there saying, we got this, no problem. I mean, we could relate to that this week.
A couple hours ago. And what your job is
to be behind the curtain and acting like everything's under control when you're just pulling the levers to make things happen. And every once in a while, a bit of a that lever lands in the dumpster. Not usually with us, but no. And what happens with successful business owners is that you're going to have to be a bit of a prophet in your business. You're going to have to say, yeah, we got this. We got it taken care of. You can believe in me. And you're going to then have to fulfill on that prophecy by working your ass off in the dark when no one's around. By being there. Not just by saying, But that's how successful people do. That's how successful people do. Oh, we can do all this. And then they call some guy that works for him, like, hey, make sure you do all that. And then it doesn't get done and be like, sorry, you couldn't do that. Well, because the reality is that if you're a small business right now, you feel pressured to compete against the biggest companies in your area, your city, your county, your state, whatever. And so you're going to do your best to try to portray something that you may not actually be, but you don't have to be strong in just the number of employees that you have. You have a lot to offer that these bigger companies don't have. You have accountability, personal touch, big enough to serve, small enough to care. Like you have those types of things. And so you need to really lean in on that. Now, let's be fair. I mean, if you go into a big building and it's just you and your cousin and you're trying to land this huge deal, you should use that as a learning experience. I've been there. Well,
there's times I'm like, I could clean this building by myself. And you know how I learned that? Because I was cleaning this building by myself.
Exactly. I mean, the only real true story that we kind of, we were over our skis a bit on it. When we took over a hospital,
a little bit,
and we didn't have any hospital experience.
So that's the same thing when we did the floor care there. I never did floors at a hospital, but I could do floors.
Yeah. And
we learned a lot.
We learned a lot in a very short period of time. And to add insult to injury, we weren't able to walk the facility at all until the morning that we started. We didn't meet any of the directors. We didn't meet any of the nurses. And we walked in completely cold, completely blind, with as much information as we could. We did a lot of work to prep for it, but we came out the other side and it worked out really, really well.
How many years? 20?
Yeah, about 15, 16 years. You know,
until they sold to someone else.
Until they sold to a for-profit. But these are the things that, you know, but I remember, you know, waiting around in the swimming pool, and Dad was there, and he was like, Matt, we don't need to do this. He's like, are you sure you want to do this? And I mean, like, man, screw this. We got this. Like, no, we're going to figure this out.
Sometimes what do you mean by we?
Well, we, meaning we, but we had to take, you know, you're going to have to take the leap, right? You're going to have to find that space between I'm comfortable with small accounts and I'm really, really uncomfortable with large class A or medical or whatever it is. And you've got to find that middle ground, right? Or more importantly, work with people who know what it feels like to have to do this work and go on to OctoClean Media and become a member so you can learn from people who've been through it.
And that's a lot of the questions that we have.
This.
Like, how this is a 3,000 square foot building. How many people should I put into it?
Right.
One, you need to do it.
Running a cleaning business means juggling a lot. Inspections, specialty services, keeping every site on point. That's why we use OrangeQC. It's a quality control platform that lets us track jobs, document results with photos, log chemical usage, and even send real-time reports, all from our phone. Want to see for yourself? Hit the link in the description for a 30-day free trial of OrangeQC. Thanks OrangeQC for sponsoring this episode and for building a tool that actually works.
It does start with you being as confident as you can be and knowing that you have the commitment of making it happen. Where you get yourself in trouble is when you've bold-faced lied about something in a contract.
And they believe you.
And they believe you.
Search your soul because.
And then you end up you end up not having enough money for employees, and you can't produce the labor that you said you were going to produce. You can't get the equipment you said you were going to get. I see that a lot with people. I also see a lot of times people lie about floor care expertise or that they can do it at no price or low price.
Yeah, it's like,
and then they just never do it.
No,
do not lie to get yourself bigger and to the top and all those kind of things. Just be transparent, be honest. And sometimes you're going to have to, like, if they don't ask you, like, how many employees do you have? You don't have to say.
And a lot of times, this is a good example. Like, when I wasn't here and I had my own business, I was cleaning the business and I was going out in the daytime and doing everything like Matt was doing as well. If I went to a customer, let's say I clean the customer and the customer's complaining, I'll be like, we'll talk to my crew lead on that.
And he was a crew lead.
And I'd go to the car and be like, you're an idiot. Maybe you should have vacuumed that office. But I talked to the crew lead.
Yeah, you did. Good
They
job.
don't need to know that I am the crew lead as well. And what that does is it literally lets you turn off your criticism to yourself and be like, I know I did that.
I think your watch just went off for your medication.
Did it?
Yeah, that's for all the voices in your head.
No, sorry.
No, but seriously, this kind of thing happens, right? I mean,
then you just say, I'll talk to my lead. Let me talk to HR about that. If you have a employee complaint, you may not have HR. HR might be, hey, I got, Matt on OctoClean Media. That's my HR. What should I do? Yeah. That kind of thing. But they don't need to know that.
They don't need to know that. And, the whole fake it till you make it. It's people are more comfortable when they know you have some kind of structure, even if it's you taking one hat off and putting another hat on. They don't want you to be, the janitor that is also the accounting department, that is also the customer service team, that's also the account manager. They want to have this belief, this comfort that there's other people involved.
But that does mean that if I'm the janitor at night and I'm the customer service department in the daytime and I got to go see customers, I don't dress like I'm the janitor at night when I go see them.
Mm-hmm.
Shave, cut my hair.
And look, I
iron my shirt.
I've gone so far as, I have different business cards in my bag today, when I'm in different areas. We have 3 different lines of business. So I have different cards for each of those. I would have dress shirts in my car. I'd have a polo shirt. I have a work shirt. I'd have, shoes for working, shoes for going out and seeing clients. You have to prepare yourself to be the character that they expect you to be.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what this is about. But, just be wary of the fact that
you also have to have the commitment.
You got to have the commitment.
Do what you say.
You don't, and this is not for everyone. If business was for everybody, there would be a lot of them that are doing a lot of great work, especially in this industry, but there's a handful that are doing really, really well.
In every market, there's a handful.
And, the reason is because they have processes, procedures, they have, capital, they have all that stuff, but they didn't all start that way. Even the biggest companies in the US now that are janitorial started small. I mean, the largest one started in Chicago, and they weren't big at the time. They didn't have a bunch of money behind them. They started small. They learned what they needed to learn. But what they did have is the ability to endure stress, endure whatever it was, whoever those founders were. If you're a founder, you are going to have to deal with a shit sandwich on a daily basis. And if you're not willing to deal with that, then get out, go work for somebody else. I mean, that's the reality of starting a business. Unless you're backed with a bunch of capital and you've acquired,
but even then,
companies,
that's still stress.
It's still stress.
Like the guy with went down to see the Titanic.
Oh, that guy was an idiot. Oh, that guy was an idiot. Did you watch the documentary?
I did.
I don't know if I want to watch it. I'm already claustrophobic, or so are you.
I wouldn't go on that thing.
I can't believe that you even watched that.
You kidding me?
It's crazy. They updated the documentary.
So they did research on it recently.
Oh no.
Supposedly, they were. Well, I don't really know the thing, but they were alive before it imploded. So they were sensing everything.
Well, okay, you brought that on yourself.
So so you get on that thing and they start screwing it together
with
like a wrench
from the Walmart.
You think for a minute that you weren't already these are worst case scenario things running through your head.
It's not even a chair.
You're just dumb. You gotta be an idiot.
If I saw the remote, I would have been.
Yeah, I mean, it's what are we playing? Xbox? What are we doing here? Anyway, hey, but don't
promises that outrun capacity. We talked about that.
I just want to just stop really quick, and it's really important that we get folks to subscribe. So just hit the subscribe button right now.
I know we say that a lot. Probably a lot of YouTubers say that a lot.
Oh God, give me a break. Here we go. All right, go for it.
I'm going to ask Matt a question. So why is it important that people subscribe? What does it mean to us? If people subscribe?
In my Gen X mind, here's what matters.
Well, brace yourself.
Brace yourself. I think it matters because when I'm looking at YouTube, it will tell me when things I want to watch show up, right? Because I've subscribed to it and it tells me, right? That's one reason that I think you should, subscribe, because Greg is really cool.
Matt's cool.
And Jordan's I8 too. We love you, Jordan. The other reason that I would tell you, again, in my, limited mindset is that apparently we get to know what you like and what you don't like so that we can make more of that stuff. Another reason that you might want to hit subscribe is because the more subscriptions or people who subscribe, I guess,
you may win a Lego set.
You may win a Lego set when we get to 30,000 subs. So
is it a 30,000 sub, or we're just going to do it? Just
30.
That's not very fair.
I don't know.
What if someone's been here the whole time?
Right? Gonna be a raffle. I don't know.
Been here the whole time.
But if you want to supercharge what you're learning right now, you need to get on OctoClean Media. And
if you want to customize what you're learning, I got questions specifically about
this issue. Yeah.
And Matt and I are actually there because I got a question about that at a event where we were with Waxy, and they're like, well, you guys probably aren't on it though. I was like, no, we're on it. It's on my phone. It's on my computer and we're on it. We're not not talking to you guys.
So check that out. But we're also as a member, a subscriber. All right. What I also think it happens is we do these YouTube lives, right? And so if you're a subscriber, you get notification when we do lives.
You can see Matt swimming with dolphins. No?
I didn't sign up for that.
That wasn't it? I was a killer whale. He was riding it.
Definitely didn't sign up for that. All right.
World.
So let's move on from that.
But no, the YouTube lives are good.
Attention cleaning business owners. Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Introducing the OctoClean Media community, your ultimate resource for growth, education, and connection. With our memberships, you gain exclusive access to a library of expert-led training, live group coaching sessions, and even one-on-one consulting with industry leaders. The benefits include community discussions, share your advice, and get answers directly from Matt, Greg, and myself. Coaching, transform your prospecting, bidding, operations, and marketing strategies with group coaching and one-on-one consulting options. 10-day challenges, boost your leads and confidence in less than 2 weeks. Don't miss out on the opportunity to connect with like-minded professionals who understand your journey. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, the OctoClean Media community is here to guide you every step of the way. Visit OctoCleanMedia.com to join today and unlock your cleaning business's true potential.
I kind of struggle with, people say yes to everything. Let me be clear on what happens when you're starting out a business. You tend to say, yes, 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 I can do. Stay in your lane, but make sure that you have everything you need to like outline what your lane is, because I've seen folks who get into this kind of business and they're like, hey, do you do dishes?
Yep.
And they're like, yep, sure do. We don't do dishes. We're not a housekeeper, right? We're a janitorial company. Do you clean buildings, like exterior of buildings? Yep. And then you look and the building is 15 stories high. You're shit out of luck then. It's not going to happen.
Garden hose and a super soaker.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Or you put someone off the roof. That might work.
So know your lane. And, and if you want to fill your lane with more stuff, go out and find a vendor. We just did a podcast on how to choose a vendor. You've got to find someone who can do that really well, build a good relationship, create trust, have good contracts, and then say, yeah, that's in my lane, right? If you say no to things that are in your lane because you don't have the commitment.
Well, I need to hire some employees to do that. Or
yeah, it's like, come on, it's man. All the people is like, when I have, I will get. When I have, I will get. No, that's not the way the world works. You've got to be someone who's bold and be someone who's committed and do the things that those kind of people do. And then you have the stuff you want. Right.
And that's the thing is like, don't hire your employees right away. Like Matt and I were saying, like, yeah, I can clean that building by myself because I cleaned it by myself. And I use a team clean method, like the cards and all that stuff that are on OctoClean Media. It's like, that's how you clean, no matter if it's you or 10,000 people.
Yeah.
It's the same.
And it's okay if you lose contracts. I mean, the only way you're going to learn is to fail. I mean, that's just the only way. So you've got to have that learning mindset. You've got to be able to take some risks and be willing to fail. I say that how many of you that are listening to this or watching this right now have actually committed yourself to prospecting every single week and following the system? You just answer the question, right? And I can tell you this leads right into our questions because we have a question coming up that you need to be committed and consistent. So this can
be a lot less stress.
This comes from some of our members here or subscribers. This is question 1. This is from the How to Qualify Cleaning Prospects Over the Phone. So perfect segue from Pray Therapy. Does that sound right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good information. I have a question. Is it unethical to ask a prospect how much they're being charged? Well, if you were on OctoClean Media as a member, my coaching sessions would answer that question because I just went through a whole
What's a good way though, man?
Like 4 or 5 week.
If I'm a customer and I'm a difficult customer, what's a good way for you to ask me? Right now I'm sitting in my head like I'm not going to tell Matt nothing.
Here's
ask me a question where you can just say like,
here's the deal. budget is always going to be one. You should not be selling on budget anyway. You should be selling on value. But the simple answer I would give you is the Matt special, what I call the 50-50 question.
50-50.
I love the 50-50 question. Here's what it
do you
is.
see 50 Cent at the Super Bowl thing? Anyway,
No.
Sorry about that.
All right. So here's what I would just do. Okay. So I've already done the bonding and rapport. I've done the upfront contract. I've extracted pain. I've done all this work, right? Now I'm going to go in and be like, hey, look, I'm going to ask you the 50-50 question. You know why it is? It's the 50-50 question.
Because 50% of the time I don't answer it.
You are sharp. All right, here we go. What are you paying now?
I have no idea because I don't look at that.
You be able to get your hands on the contract?
I can.
Okay. 50% of the time, actually a little more, they're going to print the contract out and hand it to you. Right? Because I asked it in such a way that it's intriguing for them. They feel like they're part of it. They feel like, oh, I got you. Hey, I got you. Just you and me. Right? Now, it doesn't mean that's what the price is going to be. It just means that you're going to get it. 50-50 question. It's trademark. Don't try to take it. All right. Greg,
So Casey, I have a question from Casey, who's one of our members who asked this actually on live, but we're going to share it with you guys. We're just starting out with our commercial cleaning business, very early stage, no customers yet. We're considering buying leads to help get things going, but we're not sure if it's worth the investment this early on. Has anyone had success in purchasing leads at the beginning? Any tips in which and what sources are legit that actually convert, or is it better to focus on networking and outreach first? Appreciate the insights.
I'm going to make this a quick answer. Do not buy leads.
Yep.
If you want to identify leads, then get Sales Navigator in LinkedIn, and you can segment your the type of people you want to approach by geography, by titles, by size of company, all kinds of things, or just do it the old school way and go onto Google and look up the type of businesses you want to go after and just go door to door and talk to people. You are going to waste your money on buying leads, and you are going to just hit your head against, the table over and over and over again and say, Matt told me so. All right.
Really, you're going to get leads that aren't targeted, because these lead generation companies are not for janitorial company lead generation. They're for everyone in the world lead generation. And we've actually done a study with this with Aaron, one of our consulting customers. And he goes out twice a week and collects cards. And we've put those cards in a separate marketing plan that we put the cards on his lead generation software that they've given him.
Yeah.
We have better hits and clicks and opens on collecting cards than we have leaps and bounds on that. Now, is there many leads? No, there's not as many.
No.
But nobody's calling over here.
No, they're all garbage leads. You don't have to like prospecting. You just have to do it.
What's that one show you used to talk about?
Oh, Glengarry, Glenn Ross.
Yeah, about the leads. You just had them do pages of the phone book.
It's like, no, the Glengarry leads. You don't deserve the Glengarry leads.
If you haven't seen it, you
coffee
need
is
to
for
watch
closers. Yeah. Don't even get me started on that. I think it was like, anyway. All right. Well, if you found this episode helpful
or entertaining,
make sure you drop a like and leave a comment and what you would like to see next time. We appreciate, as always, your support for this podcast and our channel, and are excited for our next episode and the content that we are looking to put out for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys next time.
And remember, watch out for us for our YouTube lives that we're going to be doing too.
YouTube lives.
Because that'll enable you to ask a question just like you would on the media site, but for free.
And you have to subscribe to do that. Bye.